You know that feeling, right? That jolt of absolute terror right before you have to speak in public? Well, guess what? It is not a new thing. Today, we're going to dig into some advice that feels incredibly modern, but it's actually from a book published way back in 1915 called The Art of Public Speaking. And you'll see the secrets in it are just timeless.
I mean, just picture this for a second. You've got Washington Irving, a literary superstar, introducing the one and only Charles Dickens. And he completely freezes up, just seizes. This isn't some weird, rare problem. No, it's a deeply, deeply human experience. It shows that even the most brilliant minds out there can get totally crippled by stage fright.
And, that really is the first huge lesson from this classic book. That fear you feel, it is not a personal failing. It's not something that's wrong with you. It's this universal hurdle that speakers have been trying to get over for centuries.
Oh yeah, and the book is just packed with examples like this. We're talking Daniel Webster, one of America's greatest orators ever, couldn't even finish his first speech. Or how about Gladstone, the legendary British Prime Minister, constantly struggled with self-consciousness. Beecher, a super powerful preacher, was apparently always a nervous wreck before he spoke. The point is, they all felt it.
So, this all leads to a pretty stark warning from the book, and it's this. The fear itself isn't actually the problem. The real problem is how you respond to it. Because if you let that fear convince you that you're going to fail, well, you're just setting up a self-fulfilling prophecy. You basically guarantee it.
Okay, so what's the antidote then? Well, this is where the book gets kind of radical, especially for 1915. It says you have to totally, fundamentally change how you see yourself. You've got to stop thinking of yourself as, and I'm quoting here, a poor worm in the dust. Instead, you have to believe, truly believe, in your own infinite capabilities. I mean, what a powerful shift, right? From fear to just pure self-belief.
All right, so let's say you've started to get a handle on the fear. You're feeling more confident, but according to this book, there's an even bigger sin in public speaking, an enemy that will kill a speech way more effectively than just a case of the nerves.
And that sin, it's monotony. Oh wait, the book's definition here is really fascinating. It's not just about having a droning, boring voice. It's a lack of variation in everything. Your pitch, your speed, your emphasis, even your thoughts. It's that moment you just become totally predictable and flat. That's the real speech killer.
Let's try a little experiment. Say this sentence out loud. Give me a larger I. See? When every single word gets the same weight, the sentence just kind of sits there. It's got no impact. It's totally lifeless.
But now, watch what happens when we just add a little emphasis. Give me a larger I. Boom! Instantly, the meaning is crystal clear. Larger is the new important idea here. It tells your listener exactly what matters in that sentence, and it demands their attention.
And this reveals a really key principle, right? To fight monotony, you've got to inject life into your speech by punching up the new ideas. That variation, that change in emphasis, is what keeps an audience hooked. It's like you're guiding them by the hand from one point to the next. Okay, so we've got two big problems: fear and monotony. What's the grand solution? Well, the book argues it's not some technique you practice over and over again. It's more like an internal fire that you have to unleash. And it all starts with something the writer Thomas Carlyle called a great, deep, genuine sincerity. Think about that. Before you can ever hope to convince anyone else of anything, you have to be profoundly, 100% authentically convinced yourself.
Now, to show just how powerful this conviction is, the book tells this incredible story about a faker selling snake oil, or, hair tonic. And his theory was just completely absurd. He claimed that thick shoes block electricity from the earth, and that's what causes baldness. His solution? Magic copper plates you nail to the bottom of your shoes. I mean, it's pure nonsense, right? But this guy was so enthusiastic, so genuinely on fire with his idea, that the crowd just couldn't help but get swept up and believe him.
And that is the incredible takeaway from the story. The guy's logic? It was non-existent, but his enthusiasm, it was absolutely overwhelming. The audience wasn't persuaded by his facts. They were moved by his feeling. His sheer, unshakable conviction was literally more powerful than the truth.
So what does this all mean? It means the real secret to great public speaking isn't about learning some complicated external method. It's about unlocking a power that, believe it or not, you already have inside you.
And here's the book's central belief, right here. All the techniques in the world, hand gestures, vocal exercises, all that stuff, they're secondary. They're just tools. The real, primary sources of your power as a speaker, they come from within.
So what are these primary sources? The book breaks it down into 3 pillars of power. First up, the full mind. This means you have to really know what you're talking about. That knowledge is your shield against fear. Second, the warm heart. You have to genuinely, deeply care about your subject. That's the fire that just burns away any monotony. And finally, the dominant will. You have to have this powerful, undeniable desire to share that knowledge and that feeling with everyone who's listening.
Ultimately, this all just boils down to a sense of self-mastery. And to really drive this point home, the book quotes this famous stanza from the poem Invictus. The message is clear. You are in command. Your power as a speaker comes directly from your power as a person. They're one and the same.
So there you have it. The timeless secret from 1915 isn't about fancy gestures or practicing vocal exercises. It's all about finding that core of genuine enthusiasm that's already inside you. And that leaves us with one final question, something for you to think about. What is the one idea that you believe in so deeply that you just can't help but be enthusiastic when you share it?